All right, let's jump right into a really fun little English puzzle. We all know that the plural of one bus is, two buses. But have you ever stopped to think about why we add that extra E? It's not random at all. In fact, there's a very clever and very practical reason behind it.
So here's the big question. Why buses with an ES? I mean, the normal rule is to just tack on an S, right? Like with cats and dogs. So why can't we just write bus? What makes the word bus so special that it gets this different treatment?
Well, you know what? Let's just try it. Take a look at these words. Now, I want you to actually try saying the plural form out loud just by adding an S. Go on, give it a shot. Buses, crashes, boxes. It feels kind of like a pronunciation traffic jam, doesn't it? All those hissing S sounds just get all piled up.
Right? It's not just a little awkward, it's genuinely hard to say clearly. You end up with this messy, drawn-out hissing sound that's just not clear at all. And if language is about one thing, it's about being clear. So this just doesn't work.
And that is where our little hero, S, comes in to save the day. See, English has this simple but totally brilliant rule to solve this exact problem. It's not just some random spelling thing we have to memorize, it's a really practical solution.
So the rule kicks in for any noun that ends in what you can pretty much think of as a hissing or a buzzing sound. As you can see here, that covers words ending in SH, CH, S, X, and Z. They're all basically cousins of the S sound, which of course is what's causing the whole problem in the first place.
And this chart just lays out the pattern perfectly. For any word that ends in one of those hissing sounds, the fix is to add ES. So crash becomes crashes, church becomes churches, and yep, our old friend bus becomes buses. It's a super clean, totally consistent fix.
Okay, so we've got the what down, the spelling rule, but the real magic, the really cool part is the why. And this rule isn't actually about spelling at all. Nope, it is 100% about pronunciation. It's all about making the plural form of these words easy and clear to say out loud.
So what is the secret? What kind of magic is this one little vowel, the letter E, actually doing? How does it fix that impossible-to-say pileup of hissing sounds? It seems like such a tiny change, but it has this huge effect on how the word actually sounds.
Okay, here's the secret. Adding ESs isn't just about adding letters. It's about adding a brand new sound to the word. That sound is. Just listen. Bus is, watches, is. That little sound acts as a perfect buffer, a little bridge between the two hisses.
And adding that is sound does something incredibly important. In simple terms, it adds a whole new syllable to the word. Think about it. Bus is one syllable. Buses is two. Box, one syllable. Boxes, two. This is the key to the whole entire puzzle.
And this slide really shows the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got that awkward one-syllable crunch of sound. But on the right, that new syllable cleanly separates the original hiss from the plural S. Crashes. Boxes. That little is sound breaks them up, and the word just flows so much more smoothly.
So let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway from this little dive into English plurals? Well, it's that some grammar rules aren't just these arbitrary things you have to memorize for a test. They're actually really practical, super clever solutions to real-world problems.
And this is really the bottom line. The S rule isn't about spelling, it's about speaking clearly. It's a fantastic example of how the written language adapts to serve the spoken language, making sure we can all communicate without getting our tongues in a twist.
So the logical flow is actually pretty simple. You have a word that ends in a hissing sound. Adding S by itself would be a mess, so we add ES to bring in that new is sound, which creates a whole extra syllable, and that makes the plural crystal clear and easy to say. Simple, logical, and really kind of elegant.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just some neat theory I came up with, it's a core principle of English grammar. Our explanation here is based on the rules outlined in classic resources like Michael Swan's Practical English Usage, which is a total go-to guide for understanding why the language works the way it does.
So it makes you think, doesn't it? The next time you come across a seemingly weird English rule, maybe you should ask yourself, is this just a random rule? Or is it another one of these clever solutions to a problem? It really makes you wonder, what other parts of the language are secretly designed just to make things easier for us to say? Definitely something to chew on.